Good morning, everybody. This is George, your 59-year-old carnivore friend from Bridgewater in Somerset, soon to be 60, incidentally, because my birthday's coming up on September the 2nd. So here I am with an update on my channel, and it's going to cover what's happening in my life as regards carnivore, which is quite significant, and also the update on the meetup, which is really coming together very nicely now, and also a feel-good story about what happened in my local supermarket this morning. So anyway, those of you who have eagle eyes, I'm sure you can see that it's not my usual background that we're in today, because we're having a change around in the house at the moment, and I'm creating a new studio for doing YouTube and for the studies that I'm about to undertake. So I'm actually in the new studio today. It's a bit kind of rough and ready at the moment because we haven't really sorted it out. The room is in chaos, but it will be sorted. I have a new desk coming on Tuesday. And last week I bought a new Lenovo Intel 5 computer, about which I know very little. It's still in its box just over there. It will be coming out. And I'm delighted to say that my great friend and colleague in the carnivore world, Carl Day of the Primal Lifestyle YouTube, has volunteered very kindly to talk me through how to get on the computer and then how to actually improve the YouTube experience for everybody. Because as you know, I am a one-take wonder on YouTube, but Carl is going to teach me how to create thumbnails and also how to edit and generally improve my performance on the computer, and of course, by extension, on YouTube as well. So what am I doing? What's the new thing in carnivore? Well, it's kind of taken over really quickly, because if you asked me 3 weeks ago what I was going to do for the rest of my life, I'd probably say that I was going to professionally stay in the construction industry. But then I became aware that Dr. Kiltz and his organisation are offering the chance to become a health coach through them. So I took the plunge and signed up for the course, which starts on July the 1st. However, in the meantime, Alia, Dr. Kiltz's mainstay, if you like, has sent us all an email saying that we need to prepare by becoming efficient at doing podcasts and hosting podcasts as well. So the instruction is that we are to practice on people, on our friends in the carnivore world, for example, how to become a host to a podcast. So I already have 1 or 2 volunteers who very kindly said that they would in fact assist me in doing this, which is nice. However, we also have to book an appearance with Dr. Kiltz on his show as the guest, but we also have to book an appearance somewhere down the line with us as the host and Dr. Kiltz, or possibly Dr. Nelson, as the guest, to give us some experience and practical experience of doing it. So I'm delighted to say that I am booked in to be Dr. Kiltz's guest at 0600 hours Eastern Time in America and 1100 hours our time, British Summer Time. And this will be on Friday, August the 1st. And I've also booked Dr. Kiltz as my guest for my newfound YouTube skills on September the 24th, which will be 4:15 p.m. Eastern Time in America and 9:15 p.m. BST over here for us. So I'm very much looking forward to that. However, I have been given a fantastic opportunity to actually become a teacher on YouTube by the wonderful John Maspina from Florida. He is carnivore teacher. We have come up with the idea of a weekly show called Sunday School, which I will be co-hosting with him. The first one actually goes out tomorrow night, Sunday. I say night, sorry, it's tomorrow lunchtime for those of you in America on Eastern Time, which is 1 p.m. And for us here in the UK, that will be 6 p.m. and it will be live. Myself and John will be co-hosting the production, and we will be having guests both from the UK and from the USA. At this stage, I'm not sure who John has secured as his guests from the USA. However, I am delighted to report that I have managed to persuade both Alex Cannon from Carnivore for Life here in the UK, and also the lovely Stephanie Taylor from Happy Sexy Health Clips. I always got to be careful about that one because I always get it wrong. But no, those are the two guests that I have invited for this week. So we're very much looking forward to broadcasting at 6 p.m. our time tomorrow night, 1 p.m. Eastern time. It's a wonderful opportunity for me to actually get some practical experience as a teacher. I was a bit concerned that maybe some of you are thinking, well, what qualifications has George got? He's not a teacher. Actually, I am, because I'm a qualified TESOL teacher, teaching English to speakers of other languages. I did it 20 years ago, in fact, 21 years ago now. But life kind of got in the way, and I never got a chance to actually practice that particular skill that I have. When I say practice, I mean put it into practice. So this actually gives me an excellent opportunity. I sent John my teaching certificate so that if anybody questions my qualifications, then John can confirm, in fact, I am a qualified teacher, therefore can join him on Sunday school. Yeah, so please come and join us if you're in America at 1 p.m. tomorrow, or if you're here in the UK at 6 p.m. I think Australia might be quite late at night because you're well ahead of us. So maybe you'll be able to join us, maybe not. I don't know. It's entirely up to you. So we need to now move on and talk about the meetup at Sourdown Farm in the village of Butley near Glastonbury on August the 2nd of this year, 2025. It's going very well. The organisation is going very well indeed, and ticket sales are steady. There is still 6 weeks to go before ticket sales close. They close on the 19th of July. This is because we are having a premium meat, hog roast and beef and lamb roast. And we have to get the figures to my great friend Ashley, the caterer, by July the 29th. Not so much for the hog roast because that can be done at short notice. However, for the beef and the lamb, he actually needs to hang the beef and the lamb to let it mature. Therefore, we need to know the figures on or before the 19th of July. So if you are thinking of coming, please buy your tickets early. We have a cap of 200 tickets. We're not quite there yet, but we are going very nicely. So please, feel free to go on the ticket line, which is, if you put into Google the Great British Meetup, then it will bring up the Eventbrite link, which is where you can buy the tickets. Tickets are £41.88 per person. We base it on a day's soccer or football. Carl hates the word soccer, but football here in the UK. And also, I'm a horse racing aficionado, and we base it on the price of a day's horse racing. So tickets are £38 each plus £3.88 booking fee, which is 10%, which we couldn't get away from. So the tickets for the day are £41.88, but this does include some professional speakers, and it also includes some excellent premium meat. So it's all included in the price. And then we will talk about what else it includes a bit later on. Right, so let's talk about the reason behind the meetup. Now, it's a bit different from the usual conference seminar style. For example, the Public Health Collaboration Conference or the Carnivore Conference, which I believe happened in the Peak District last year. We are not about having lecture after seminar after talk. This is designed to be a social event. It's a family fun day out with an opening 3 and a bit hours of talks and questions and answers. However, the afternoon will be all about socialising amongst ourselves. Many of us are friends online, but we have yet to meet in person. So it will be a chance for all of the people we know online to mingle, to actually get to meet each other face to face, to have great conversations, and to form friendships which will last a lifetime based on Carnivore. It also gives our main speakers, Coach Stephen and Richard Smith, Keto Pro, a chance to actually relax for once and to actually get to meet their followers face to face and again have the Carnivore conversation. They don't when they go to the conferences because they are given their time slots and then they return to take their seats in the audience. So there is very little chance to actually socialise, to chill, to relax, and to get to know some people. So it'll be really nice for them as well to actually get a chance to mingle amongst us mere mortals of the carnivore world, the foot soldiers of the carnivore world, and again, to actually get to know the people that they see in their comments. So we're really looking forward to that. So, yeah, there was a bit of a misconception that it would be another conference seminar event, which a lot of people very kindly volunteered to be guest speakers. However, what we've done is we filled the 3.5 hours that we will be doing a mini conference, if you like. So the conference itself will start at 10 o'clock. It will be introduced by our resident stand-up comedian, and he is genuinely a stand-up comedian, called Carl Day. He is a master of ceremonies. He is a very good carnivore himself. He has the primal lifestyle. I have done several interviews with him, and we always have a laugh. We believe that carnivore is fun, which is what this is all about. Once he is introduced today, I will be the first speaker up. I will be talking about how to start carnivore, if you like. I think some of you may have seen my video, The 3 Pillars of Carnivore: the why, the research, and the community. So I'll spend some 20 minutes talking about those 3 things and how I have succeeded over the last 3 years and 3 months in sticking to my why, doing thousands of hours of research, and building what is now becoming a vast community around the world. And many of you are in that community, the tribe as I call it, and many of you will be there on the day. So I will get to meet the community. I'm really looking forward to it. Second up, we have Steph. She is going to talk about her own personal journey. I won't enlighten you too much on it. In fact, I'll be speaking to Steph fairly shortly, and we will be planning as to what the contents of her speech will be. So I'm very much looking forward to that. Next, we have the Peter Pan of the carnivore world. 66, soon to be 67-year-old Alex Cannon, who Dr. Ken Berry mistakenly thought was in his 30s when Kerry Mann showed him Alex's photograph. So yeah, Alex will be talking about his own life, and he also is kind of a specialist in how to deal with your local butcher. His local butcher is Stanton's, near where he lives, somewhere near Liverpool. Sorry, Alex. And he goes there on a regular basis and has built up this fabulous relationship with them, to the point where they are actually sponsoring a prize in our raffle, more of which we'll come to later. So Alex will tell us how to build a good relationship with your local butcher. Finally, of the warm-up speakers, we have Lauren Tucker, who many of you will know. She has Farmer's Wife Farming Life, I believe, that on YouTube. She's a dairy farmer not far from me, and she has recently trained as a food allergy specialist. So this will give Lauren a chance to tell a bit about her own backstory, and also maybe to introduce us to the idea of allergy testing when it comes to food, because for many of us, the problem that we had that we've now resolved on carnivore might well have come from malnutrition, but there are also food allergies involved as well. So that's a nice specialist subject for Lauren to take care of. Then at about 12 o'clock, Richard and Coach Stephen will take the stage. As we know, they often act as a team. They will have an hour. It will be up to them how they split it down, how they do it. They might be acting as a team. Well, they might do half an hour each, just talking about their own specialities. Richard is a nutritionist, the world's top nutritionist, and he is unbelievably knowledgeable. And Coach Stephen is a phlebotomist, so he is an expert on things like lipid panels and any blood pressure and anything to do with the blood tests that many of us have gone through. So that will be fabulous. And then once they have wrapped up their particular section, we will go straight into a Q&A answer session, and then we will break for lunch. Now, at one time, Richard was the European bodybuilding champion in his category. So we do have so that he will, I'm sure, touch upon that. But he has now actually switched to more endurance style events and is training triathletes for Ironman. I understand that he has a couple of champions in his stable. Mikey Davis, I believe, is one from Wales, and he will tell us about that. However, for those of you who are particularly interested in the gym side of things, the muscular side of things, I am delighted to report that Jonathan from Carnivore Muscle has graciously actually decided to come as a guest, and he would like he will be probably one of our guest speakers in the future. But as I said, this was not a conference or a seminar in the first place, so there was not really room for such a niche subject to go onto stage at this particular event. However, Jonathan has graciously agreed to turn up, and in the afternoon when we are socialising, he will have his own table, his own stand, and any of you who wish to actually learn more about the gymnasium side of things, the muscle side of things from Carnivore, will be welcome to go and talk to him. He will hold court if you like. And yeah, I wish to say thank you very much to Jonathan for that, for actually purchasing a ticket and for coming up and offering his services to those who are interested in that. That is a wonderful thing. So thank you very much, Jonathan, for doing that. So we've got to the point now where we're having lunch at 1:30. The lunch will be a hog roast, beef roast, lamb roast, provided by Ashley Maunder of Home Farm at King Weston in Somerset, which is a mile and a half from the venue. So the meat will be very, very fresh indeed. And Ashley has also got a sub outlet, if you like, called the Happy Hog Roast, which is his catering his catering business, if you like. On my Facebook page, I have put the link to that, but you can find it through Google by putting in Home Farm King Weston, and then on the drop-down box you will find the Happy Hog Roast. It's a fabulous operation. I've known Ashley for more than 30 years through both the sphere of rugby, which we used to play on a Sunday morning, very friendly, very, very social rugby, and lately through the sphere of horse racing, because both he and I are involved in horse racing. And yeah, Ashley is a very affable type chap, a very real gent, understands the carnivore world, has seen the miracle of carnivore, which has happened for me, and is very keen to meet us all. And he's a true carnivore enthusiast. Moving on from lunch at roughly about 4:00, we'll be having a raffle. We are getting together some excellent raffle prizes at the moment. During lunch, then I think my wife Lainey has decided to take on the role of selling tickets, and I believe that there's a couple of the younger generation who are keen to get involved in that as well. So do expect to be visited at your tables or wherever you are, if you like, to part with some money on behalf of the raffle. The raffle, 100% of all proceeds from the raffle will be going direct to Kerry Mann at Healing Humanity to enable him to continue the production of his documentary film, which will be a blockbuster coming out hopefully early next year. And I should add that this is a not-for-profit or organised event. Carl is the man behind the financial side of things. And basically anything that we make over and above cost, obviously the more tickets we sell, the more we can actually make over and above cost, then that will also go direct to Kerry and his team at Healing Humanity. Once the raffle is done, then at 5:30, we have hired a disco from a local company called Western Disco Hire. They are used to putting on discos at Sourdown Farm. They will be turning up, and the disco will start at 5:30. Yeah, before anybody makes a joke, Meatloaf will be definitely on the music as well. And I think there's a song called "Give Me the Beach Boys," which could be "Give Me the Meat Boys." So yeah, we'll have that covered. Anybody who's got any ideas about meat-based songs, then yeah, please feel free to go and ask the disco people for them, because it'll be a bit of fun. The disco will finish at 10:30, and Lucy, who is our hostess at Sourdown Farm, will probably shoo us all away by 11 o'clock, which is when the licensed bar closes. I should point out there is a licensed bar there, so alcohol will be available for those who are so minded nowadays. Bear in mind the fact that we might get a few people from the local farming community. So believe me, you will not keep them away from their cider. But they are great meat eaters as well. So this will be they will blend in very nicely. And of course, any other non-carnivores as such, but everybody who will be coming will be meat-based and will be interested in Ashley's excellent local meat. So that will be it. There is camping at the venue. It's rough. There are limited toilet blocks or basic toilet blocks, single unisex cubicles. There are no washrooms or showers. However, I checked with Lucy and there are standpipes available at the farm, so you'll be able to fill up your water bottles and you'll be able to have the basic hygiene facilities. It will be open for camping the night before and the night of the meet-up itself. Lucy is charging a nominal £10 per night just for any clean-up operation or making good the pitches themselves to return them to their natural state. So I don't think that's unreasonable to ask of her. Down here in Somerset, excuse me, we are a bit trusting, so I don't know exactly how Lucy intends to collect the money, but please, if you do camp, make sure that she gets the necessary funds put into her hand before you leave. And that's it, really. So that's the plan for the meetup. As I said, very much a social event, not a scientific event, not a conference, not a seminar. One of my great friends on our Carnivore WhatsApp group described it as a family barbecue, and that's the atmosphere that we wish to create. We have a very sociable WhatsApp group. It's called Carnivores UK. It's a chat group. We talk about carnivore, but we also talk about our lives as well. So if any of you don't know about it or would like to join, please no deeply serious carnivores, because we do have a laugh and a joke, and we do talk about our general how we go shopping, how we spend our holidays, especially how do you cope with holidays, that sort of thing. So there is a carnivore theme running through it, but it's more of a social setting. But if anybody would like to actually join it or is interested, please let me know in comments and I shall set into motion. Finally, a feel-good factor story from today. I went shopping at Aldi's, which is where I get my steaks from every week. And I wore my warning, I may talk about the carnivore diet at pretty much any time. And the excellent Eastern European lady at the till actually picked up on the fact that I had basically nothing but steak in my shopping haul, and I was wearing the Carnivore Diet t-shirt. She was very interested. So I told her how I'd lost 55 kilos or 56 kilos, how I'd reversed type 2 diabetes, and she was astonished. She said, well, how do I find out about this? I said, well, just go onto YouTube and look up the Carnivore Diet. She said, I think I'm going to do that. I'm very interested, she said. It's a remarkable thing to do. So the moral of this story is, wear your t-shirts, be it Healing Humanity or any of the other carnivore t-shirts out there. It's people are interested. They do notice these things. So, and it's a good way of starting a conversation, and we're trying to get the word out there. So, yeah, it's an icebreaker. And today, basically, I proved that. So, anyway, this is much longer than my average one-take wander, and believe me, this is a one-take wander. It's something like 25 minutes it's going to be. So I need to jump off the feed, because I'm expecting a phone call in the very near future. So I shall say goodbye for now, and I very much look forward to seeing you all on here before the meetup, but I definitely look forward to seeing you all at the meetup. So goodbye for now. See you soon.